Stade Pato in Tahiti was the scene for Group D of the OFC Champions League 2020. Weather conditions at Stade Mahina were not ideal with heavy rainfall. This made the pitch waterlogged and the tournament was shifted to Stade Pato. The local organising committee worked tirelessly to ensure that the games would go ahead. Opening up with Fijian giants Bar taking on Auckland City FC. Lupa Olosonga had qualified from the qualifying event itself, and AS Venus were back again. The opening match of the group saw the Men in Black from Fiji taking on the Navy Blues from New Zealand. Resplendent in an all-white kit, they were up against a very experienced side coached by former All Whites Supremo Ricky Herbert. Jose Figueira came into the tournament with a very strong side, no less than 4 All Whites, with Cameron Howson, Maya Bevan, Tom Doyle and Logan Rogerson, and Vanuatu's Brian Kaltak. The referee for this game was Mederic Lacour, and the assistant referees were Bertrand Brial and Mark Siniu. The fourth official was Hamilton Siao. Well, Bar have met Auckland City twice previously in the Champions League. They were beaten heavily 6-1 in the semi-final in 2013, and they had another defeat, a 1-0 loss to go with it. The Men in Black have got a proud history. This is their 51st game in the competition overall, and they'll be looking to inflict some major pain on a team that's won this competition 9 times previously. That ball's won by Brian Kaltak, and he's injured in the process. This could be the first booking of the game, and it goes to Samuelu Drew. Drew, who has got previous in matches against Auckland. He was sent off 6 years ago playing for Nandi in a game where he was involved in a tackle with Angel Balanga that saw the Auckland City captain's ankle broken. There's an early mistake, and once again there's no quarter given in these challenges, and these conditions are not helping create the platform for some attractive football. It's getting rather messy very early. There's Auckland City on the attack. Oh my goodness, the free kick. I suspect that was for shirt pulling. Auckland City had 5 players forward. They'll be looking for quality in this delivery. It's not bad, and it's beaten away by Benaminio. There's another long ball trying to test Brian Kaltak, who's won the header, but it's Bar who pick up the loose ball and go on the attack immediately. Long range shot. Connor Tracy gathers that comfortably. It was too far out to really hurt Auckland City from that distance. Here's Bevan taking on the Bar defence on his own. He might line up a shot. He does so, and the deflection will give Auckland City a corner. Logan Rogerson goes short. It's bent in towards the 6-yard box, and Benaminio very casually palms that into the air. Well, Logan Rogerson is making a huge impact down that right-hand side. Another yellow card for Bar. This time it's Lyseni and Mayoko. 3 yellow cards for Bar in the first half already. The others for Drew and Abu Saeed. Tade stands over the ball. There's a real logjam of players in that 6-yard box. That's a good cutback, and it's off the post, I think. Lovely works manoeuvre here. Tade picked out Bevan. First time shot. Oh, and it hit a teammate. It might have been Tom Doyle, who was the player who was in the wrong place. Well, the right place at the wrong time, perhaps. Here's Bevan. Links play nicely. Here's Howson. Possibilities opening up down the right-hand side. There's the ball to the near post. Good save by Benaminio. Brave goalkeeping. The Bar have been dispossessed. Tade might fancy a go here. Sorry, that's just knocked wide of the upright. And again, Bar were almost their own worst enemies. It was Logan Rogerson, in fact. Just capitalising on the defensive error, Benaminio came out and made himself big and gave Rogerson nothing to shoot at. Oh, and once again, that's top goalkeeping for Benaminio, but Auckland City must be getting frustrated with the number of chances that they aren't taking. Launched long by Benaminio. That's flicked on nicely. Oh, and good defending. Bar have a corner. Abu Zahid will take it. He launches it to the far post, and that's a good jump. That wasn't a bad effort on reflection. Half an hour gone. Still no goals here at Stade Pata. Auckland City controlling possession. Here's Cam Howson. That's a lovely measured pass, and it's in the back of the net. And Auckland City have taken the lead. And it's come from that lovely through ball. Bar had a half-hearted appeal for offside, and it's ended up in the back of the net. And it's Auckland City who lead by a goal to nil. That's well played by Mario Ilic. First time pass, and Benaminio is out to deal with the danger. Well, Logan Rogerson is torturing Bar down that right-hand side, and the cross just eludes Maya Bevan. Well, just less than 10 minutes to go to the half-time break. Tatori with the corner. Abu Zahid with a corner on the other side this time. Header flashed straight into the hands of Connor Tracy. Lovely little give and go, and Rogerson's got the pace to cut it back. And there it is, goal number 2. Lovely give and go here by Auckland City. Neat little cutback, and swept home by Emiliano Tade. Auckland City doing it comfortably in the first half. Well, Brian Kaltak's gone over the top of the ball, and Médéric Lacour, the referee, is going to produce a yellow card. Benjamin Tatori on the end of some heavy treatment from the Vanuatu international. Here's Logan Rogerson. Oh, that's clipped in beautifully, and that is a fine finish by Emiliano Tade. Beautiful work by Logan Rogerson. Look at the skill he shows here. Lovely little feint, and then a perfectly weighted cross with the left foot. And Tade won't score too many easier goals than that. 3-0, and I think this game is pretty much done and dusted. Ilic for Rogerson. And that is in fact half time, and it's Auckland City who are doing it comfortably by 3-0. 2 goals for Emiliano Tade, 1 from Jordan Vale. And Bar have a lot of thinking to do. Ricky Herbert will have to try and lift his players for the second half. No changes for either side as we prepare to get underway here at Stade Pata. Auckland City going for the throat, and just ran out of space there and knocked the boards over to boot. Well, Auckland once again tearing Bar apart, and that has been deflected out for another corner by Manasa Nawakula. Rogerson can't get past the Bar defence. He can now though. There's the cutback, and it was hit so hard that it hardly gave Maya Bevan an opportunity to react, especially in these deteriorating conditions. Here's Kaltak, lovely ball. Bevan, still going, Maya Bevan. He's been in top form this season. There's the cutback, and Logan Rogerson right at the far post. Zahid, dispossessed by Bevan. Possibilities opening up for Rogerson down the right-hand side yet again, and he unselfishly tried to pick out Bevan. There's help arriving. in the form of Mario Illich, but somehow Bar have scrambled the ball clear. Now Jordan Vale has a shot himself, and the space was there to do it. But this Bar defence starting to show signs that they're falling apart. 3 against 3 as Rogerson goes on his own. Can he finish? Yes, he can. Goal number 4, almost on the hour mark. And that should confirm the result. Rogerson with a lovely step over, takes it away with the right foot. Benaminio got something on it, but it wasn't enough to keep the ball out. 4-0. Rare attack now for Bar. Shot from long distance. It wasn't far away. The best opportunity of the game so far for the Fijians. Lovely strike. It was fizzing as it went by Connor Tracy's right hand upright. Want to take in short. Illich, heavy first touch, but he's got away with it and it's broken kindly. Lob to the far post. My Bevan, how did that not end up in the back of the net? Bevan, who's had a great game today in terms of his link play. He's been a constant menace against his Bar side, and he's rewarded with a goal. Number 5. Popped through by Clayton Lewis. It's a lovely first time pass. And Bevan doesn't miss from there. Benaminio had no hope. Well, that goal has given Auckland an excellent start to this Group D section here in Tahiti. Here's Clayton Lewis. Shot blocked right at the last. Well, Bar are looking for a consolation. They've been well beaten here today. Oh, good save by Connor Tracy. Good defending as well. Lewis dropping into that pocket in between the Bar lines. That's a good ball. Manikim, is he brought down? Menerick Lacour says play on. Goodness me. Auckland looking for a 6th goal to cap off a very satisfying start for Jose Figueira. Here's Illich. Couldn't quite wrap the left foot around that shot. Cam Howson taking the corner. Good ball in. It's one at the near post by Bar, only as far as Manikim. Auckland patiently trying to open up this Bar defence. That was a lovely little flick to send Bevan away, and it's in the back of the net. It's Brian Keltak. It's his 3rd goal of the season in all competitions, and it has given Auckland City a 6-0 advantage. There was that lovely little flick that broke the Bar lines. They all appealed for offside, and then there was very little response from them, and Keltak took full advantage. Well, Auckland could yet add more goals here. Manikim finds Lewis. Bevan stumbles through the Bar defence. He's pulled it back for Manikim, and there was a possibility here of a penalty, and there's going to be a problem for the substitute, Simeone Nabenu. Menerick Lacour is drawing him out of that posse of players and is going to have a word. And it's a yellow card for dissent. And there is the full-time whistle. It's been a brilliant start for Auckland City FC. A 6-0 victory. 2 goals for Emiliano Tade, 1 for Jordan Vale and Logan Rogerson, Maya Bevan and Brian Keltak. For Ricky Herbert's Bar, it's back to the drawing board. The next match in the group pitted Lupe Olasong of Samoa up against AS Venus. Lupe Olasonga had managed to qualify through the qualifying event and were keen to try and notch their first ever victory at this stage of the competition. They were up against an AS Venus side who were making their 4th appearance in the competition, and they too were eager to stamp their mark. The referee for this game came from Vanuatu. It was Joel Hopkin. Jeremy Garai and Stephen Seniga were the assistant referees, and George Time was the fourth official. Well, Andrew Setefano has been over the course many times and of course has a winner's medal from his time with Hikari a decade ago. My, how time flies. Venus will start this game as heavy favourites, but don't rule out Lupe Olasonga making a mark in this competition. They've had decent results throughout their history, the odd decent result, but they're under pressure here. It's 3 against 3. There's help arriving. There's the cutback. First shot, just wide of the mark. Good effort by Tefai Faiho. Well, that was a miscued throw-in, and AS Venus have continued. Dangerous looking throw-in. AS Venus weren't exactly convincing in their defending there. They've conceded a corner. Ball forward from the goalkeeper. And Lupe Olasonga have conceded a free kick. It's to be taken by Marama Amo. And clipped in behind the line, and it's gone all the way through to the goalkeeper, Zane Green. Well, Lupe's best result against a team from Tahiti was good save by Green, and it's clipped over the top and just wide of the mark. The warning signs are out for the Samoans. They've shown a enthusiasm for the task at hand, but they are perhaps giving up something in terms of technical quality. Well, the point I was going to make previously was that Lupe Olasonga's best result in the past was a 3-3 draw with AS Pire. Pire, of course, beaten finalists in 2006. And that's a free kick for Lupe Olasonga. Right out in front, it's some distance away. Tefai Faiho has initiated an attack for Venus. Play on, says Joel Hopkin. Tamatoa Tatoira tried to work his way through the defence. Still with Tatoira. Now Stanley Atani. Checks onto the right foot, takes a deflection, hits the crossbar. Somehow, Lupe Olasonga keep that ball out. There's the volley, good hit. Off the crossbar again. Zane Green may even have got a hand to it. What a sequence of play this is. Lovely work down the right-hand side by Stanley Atani. He got a bit of luck. And it hit the crossbar. It was deflected off a Lupe defender. And then this long-range shot. Actually, Zane Green didn't even get a glove on it. It was a wonderful strike from Marama Amo. Jamie Mason. That wasn't a bad ball in. Tiave Tiamotua Itau had to make a fine save. Showed a lot of bravery too. Here's a possibility for Lupe Olasonga. Ball to the far post. There's a cutback. Oh, that surely had to be finished. A great chance for Lupe squandered. What a big moment that could be in this game. Long ball forward. Here's to Tatoira. Corner. 5 in the penalty box for AS Venus. Now 7, it's clipped in, and the Samoa's defence is all over the place. They've managed to hook it clear. There's a long-range volley. Oh, and it's in. That is a very opportunistic strike. Now, I think the referee might have at first shown no interest in it. Ball's gone high into the night sky. It's one there, hooked away. This first time shot deflected through the goalkeeper's legs into the back of the net. And as you can see, there were 2 players on the goal line. And it's 1-0 to the home side. AS Venus taking the lead through Tamatoa Tatoira. Tainui Taho. Oh, and that's close again. Lupe Olasonga are rocking here. They have to keep their concentration, and Tainui Taho has punished them. AS Venus, 2 goals to the good. Wonderful strike by the skipper. Samuel Garcia will be very pleased with this, but I'm not so sure that his opposite number, Paul Ualesi, will be. 2 goals in the space of just 3 minutes, and Lupe Olasonga could so easily have been in the lead. Venus in full control of their opening match thus far, and there is the half-time whistle, and it's Venus 2, Lupe Olasonga 0, goals for Tamatoa Tatoiera and Tainui Tahoe. Well, no changes at the break as we restart. The pitch here at Star Parta is showing a lot of signs of deterioration. And I do wonder, as we see this free kick awarded by Joel Hotkin, whether or not match day 2 will be shifted to Stade Mahina. I think you could just about bet your umbrella on it. Now there's a problem here for Lupe Olasonga. They have a player down in the box. Here is the free kick. Tamatoa Tatoiera to take it, and there it is, goal number 3. And AS Venus make a bright start to the second half and extend their lead even further. Smiles all round for AS Venus. And the wall did not do its job. It stood flat, and you can see there was a couple of fingers being pointed in that Lupe Olasonga wall. Some reorganisation going on as this corner kick's taken short. Not taken impressively, I must say, but Venus will look to try and make up for it. Here's a wonderfully executed move here, and now there's a problem. Stanley Atani pulls the ball back. Chance! Oh, and it's been blocked, and a chance again, and Zane Green can't keep it out. And Tefai Faiho has made it 4-0. And AS Venus very eager to get this game and these points wrapped up as soon as possible. Lupe Olasonga were in all sorts of bother here. The first shot was blocked by Tainui Tahoe, and then it was pulled back, took a deflection I think, and Zane Green was thrown off, but I don't think you'll find that there'll be any complaints. Well, that fourth goal has in fact been awarded as an own goal. And now AS Venus looking to add further misery on Lupe Olasonga. Chances being created at a regular clip. Oh, that's a lovely ball, beautifully played. Tahiti Kek unselfishly tries to pick out a teammate at the far post. Lupe Olasonga are only just hanging on. Oh, and there's a shoulder charge. And now Golden here at Stade Parta, lifted in towards the goalkeeper. Oh, good defending by Lupe Olasonga. How they managed to keep that out is anybody's guess. Setafano's free kick, launched long. Oof. And that was a very ponderous piece of defending by Venus. Lupe Olasonga could have had a couple of goals in this game, but they're thinking about trying to prevent a fifth conceded, and they won't be able to prevent it. It's slid into the back of the net. Knocked into the far post. Score remains 4-0, that earlier chance chalked off. Now Lupe Olasonga searching possibilities for a consolation goal. Plucked out of the air by Yamamoto Ita. Well, the vision here is starting to look very compromised as Venus add a fifth. Surely this one's going to count. Tahiti Kek indeed has made it 5-0, and look at the rain. It's absolutely pelting down. Visibility on the pitch is not so great. And I just wonder whether or not we'll see the full 90 minutes played out here, because the pitch conditions will have to be taken into consideration in terms of player safety and health. And it's a very healthy looking scoreline for the home side. Keck, lovely give and go. Chance for a sixth. Oh, and it's hit the upright. Looked easier to score, didn't it? Lupe Olasonga taking an absolute pounding at the moment. Tamatoa Tatoiera has gone forward. He's looking for a hat-trick. Then Quinn Lebras with the free kick, and there it is. It's a hat-trick. Tamatoa Tatoiera. A fine treble for the Tahitian. Excellent corner. The marking was not the greatest, but you can't complain about the finish. And AS Venus are off to a cracking start to the OFC Champions League. Possibilities of a seventh, and Zane Green steps in. Well, referee Joel Hopkin has brought the action to a close, and what a game it has been. What a match day it's been. 12 goals in total, but in this one it's AS Venus who have prevailed. 3 for Tamatoa Tatoiera, 1 for Tainui Taho. Tauhiti Keck got in on the act, and the 6th goal went down as an own goal. Final score, Lupe Olasonga 0, AS Venus 6. Well, the next game in the group pitted the two losers from match day 1 up against each other as Lupe Olasonga took on Bar. It was a must-win for both sides if they wished to retain any vague hope of making it into the quarterfinals, but it was clear that the 2007 finalists would start this match as the clear favourites. Could Lupe Olasonga come up with their first ever victory in the group stage and cause a major upset? There was a lot to play for Ricky Herbert's side, humiliated in their opening game against Auckland City. They still had enough talent in there to cause trouble for the Samoans. Malachi Tiwa and Benjamin Tutori of the Danger Men in a game that was refereed by Hamilton Seau of the Solomon Islands. Well, a very fresh and firm looking surface here at Stade Mahina, following the waterlogged opening match day just a couple of days ago, as Bar go in search of a morale-boosting victory. They really desperately need it. Up against a team you would describe as one of the minnows, although they've been a tough nut to crack from time to time in this competition. And Bar now opening up with the possibility here, first goal! And somehow that stays out. Fijians in good mood here this afternoon. Trying to take early control of this match. But the Samoan side are going to look to cause problems of their own. That's a good ball in, first header, and that's the first goal. Incredible start here at Stade Mahina. Jamie Mason has put Lupe Olasonga ahead. That's a beautiful cross. The marking was desperately slack, but you can't criticise the finish. Firmino will be disgusted with his defence, how they allowed Mason the space to score from there. That's a long ball that's fallen straight into the path of Jamie Mason, the goal scorer. He tried to set up second, but Bar have got some thinking to do. Showing some pace down the left. There's the cut back. They have a corner to be taken by Benjamin Tutori. Target is the near post, and that's very well defended by Jarvis Philomalai. Now, a question will be posed. Can Lupe Olasonga hang on to this one-goal lead? Well, they've lost out here. There's the cutback. Help arriving late. And it's hammered high over the top. And really, you would have to say that Samuel Drudru has to get him on target from that position. That's some good skill, and this could be a penalty kick. Yes, it is. Well, the problems are mounting for Bar. They could find themselves in big trouble here. The defending, once again, was very, very slack. And that is quite obviously a penalty, and you have to question, what were they thinking? Thomas Mosquera will take it. Chance to put Lupe Olasonga 2-0 up, and there it is. Lupe Olasonga go out to a 2-0 shock lead here at Stade Mahina, and Bar are falling apart. There's a cross from the left and harmlessly into the arms of Benaminio. Here's Drew. Knocks the ball into the far post, and that was a decent half chance for Bar. Mosquera. Oh, that's a good ball. What can the Samoans make of this? It's cut back. Oh, and it's in. Incredible stuff. Vartolai has made it 3-0. Look at the Bar defence. There's only two players in the penalty box, one arriving late. Lovely run to the near post for the cutback, and it has beaten Benaminio in that space between the left-hand upright and his left glove, and this is turning into a humiliation for the men in black. The Bar defence is being unpicked at will. Benaminio makes a save, but this will go down in Bar's history as a day they would rather forget. And it could get worse from here. We haven't even had the first half completed yet, and they're 3 goals down. Incredible. Well, Kiwi FC and Nandi served up a 7-goal thriller in Auckland 4 years ago. And that was a game where the Samoan club was 3-0 up. They went on to lose 4-3 amid 6 red cards in a game that made global headlines for all the wrong reasons. Lupe Olasonga are in a position to change history. They're creating history as they go. Here's another chance. There it is. It's in. 4-0. Incredible. Richiboy Ulatoni has made it 4-0, and look at the delight on that Lupe Olasonga bench. Incredible stuff yet again. Look at this. The two centre-halves completely exposed with the fullbacks caught forward. Ulatoni had one chance at it, took the deflection. Benaminio couldn't stop the second effort, and it's 4-0. Incredible. Well, I can imagine that the halftime team talk from Ricky Herbert is going to be pretty incredibly emotional, I would suggest. Oh, and that's lovely skill. Chance to make it 5, and Benaminio does just enough to prevent the Samoans from heaping on further agony. Well, we've had just 2 minutes of the additional time, and there's a foul. And that sums up Bar's day here today so far. 4-0 down to Lupe Olasonga, who have been worth every one of their 4 goals. Bar have dominated Fijian football for so many years now. They've been a constant fixture in the OFC Champions League. Their 52nd game in the competition today. And so far, it's proving to be one of their most humiliating. Half-time, Lupe Olasonga 4, Bar 0. Well, we await the restart of the match. A small crowd building up for the game later on between AS Venus and Auckland City. But what an entertaining spectacle they've been treated to here as Lupe Olasonga have utterly torn Bar to pieces. You wonder whether or not the Fijians have got the character to come back. I think they still look stunned that they find themselves so far behind as Tatori winds in this free kick. And over the top it goes. Taken short. Oh, and set up nicely to be hit for Tatori, but he just couldn't keep it down. Went for power. And that's a good ball by Tatori. Oh, and that is going to be a free kick. No doubt about that. Lupe Olasawanga are under a lot of pressure. Bar have really started the second half eager to eat into this deficit. The trick for Lupe Olasawanga today is going to be hanging on to this lead. Tatori. Well, that's not the best effort, and the wall this time doing its job. Zane Green keeps it out, and the warning signs are there. Malachi Tiwa. Abu Zahid has got space to try and exploit in front. He's picked out Sola Wanga. Shot from Wanga flashes across the face of goal. Well, it's been all Bar in the second half, and you would not be surprised by that as Wanga cuts it back and it's kept out. Lupe under intense pressure now from the men in black, who are starting to look more like their reputation. I think Lupe are starting to look a bit stretched. They're trying to keep Tatori clear. Solawanga has cut through, and that is kept out. Brilliant defending. The Samoans are showing a lot of character. You just wonder if they've got the fitness levels to hold off Bar. Bar still need a minor miracle of sorts, and they haven't looked like it. The first 15 minutes of the second half have been encouraging, but they need to try and find the first goal of the second half, and they might do here as Drew makes a run through, and it's off the crossbar, and Drew's angry. He was completely unmarked at the far post. Danger's still not over, and now it is. That's a good ball through. Drew is clear, and again the heroic defending of this Lupe Olasawanga defence on show for all to see. Bar starting to run out of time. Lupe Olasawanga is starting to look a little bit tired here as Tatori cuts through, looking for a space to try and pull away with a shot. Blocked again. Another follow through, and this time it's in the back of the net. And it's Malachi Tiwa, the veteran. Well, sooner or later, Bar had to find a way through, and Malachi Tiwa with the left foot bends it around Zane Green. It's 4-1. First goal of the tournament for Bar, and first goal under coach Ricky Herbert. Lupe Olasawanga are going to have to show some maturity to hang on to this game and see it out, manage the game out. But Bar have got the momentum. It's clipped forward. Solawanga has got in behind the Lupe defence. Zane Green is beaten, and it's 4-2. Well, suddenly the game now is starting to look like it will be within Bar's grasp after this finish from Solawanga. Space opening up. He was totally unmarked, and you can see how close together the central defenders, in fact the back four, were. Oh, and that's a beautiful ball. It was sloppy defending, and this is going to be a third for Bar. It is. Samuel and Drew makes it 4-3. And the Samoans, who look so comfortable at 4-0, have conceded 3 goals in the space of 4 minutes. And this history-making lead that they've managed to establish has evaporated before their very eyes. Game management so crucial in the OFC Champions League. And Lupe Olasawanga are watching it slip from their grasp. Who's to say Bar can't go on and win this game? It's nicely played. Albert Bell has a shot wide of the mark. Lupe with all their players back now defending. And that shot will not trouble Zane Green. It was Ilya Tamajesi who fired it off. Great stuff from Zane Green once more. The Lupe goalkeeper As Bar go in search of an equaliser, and Green does well. There were two at the back post for Bar looking to capitalise on that cross. Darryl Kakasi has sent Solawanga clear. He shrugs off one challenge. Beautiful ball. Surely a finish here. Bubble. Oh, and it's saved by Zane Green. Great opportunity to level the match. Another long ball played in. There's a shot, and it's in. No, it's wide of the mark. 4 minutes of additional time played of the 6 added on by the referee, Hamilton Seow. Bar have 1 minute to find a way back into the game. Launched into the box and wide of the mark. And it's going to be a corner. Hoisted into the far post again. Here's Benjamin Tatori. Goes for personal glory and manages only to send it wide of the mark. Well, this surely will be the last knockings of this game. We've had nearly 7 minutes of additional time. Lupe Olasoanga have battled for everything. They could become the first team to qualify from the qualifying section and win a game in the group stage, and they have achieved it. A memorable evening for Paul Uelassi and his brave Lupe Olasoanga side. They've beaten 2007 finalist Bar by 4-3. The match of the day on match day 2 was between the host club AS Venus and 9 times champions Auckland City FC. Both teams had made an incredible start to the competition with 6-0 victories, and Samuel Garcia had every reason to be optimistic ahead of this game that home advantage could make all the difference. For Auckland City, this was territory they were familiar with. Their last OFC Champions League match in Papeete was a 2-0 victory over AS Stefana in 2017. Could the Navy Blues make it another victory and qualify for the last 8? The referee for this game was David Yaraboinen of Papua New Guinea. Well, everything to play for at Stade Mahina as these two sides go in search of top spot in Group D. That will carry with it a home quarter-final, and so AS Venus will go in hot pursuit of this Auckland City side with the home crowd very much behind them. Here's Clayton Lewis. That's a very good ball. Lovely first time pass to Maya Bevan, and Tade with the follow-up. The defending from Venus has resulted in a very good save in the end, and an opportunity for Auckland City to take an early lead is foiled. That's a good ball into the far post. It's plucked out of the air by Tiamoto Tua Itao. Venus trying to unpick this Auckland City defence. That's a good ball to the penalty spot. Not a very clean connection, and play continues. Auckland trying to crack open this Venus defence. Mario Illich in tandem with Clayton Lewis. There's Tade, and once again, Tiamotua Itao with the save. Tracy's clearance. The head is won by Jean-Claude Paroy. And a free kick for Venus. 5 at the far post, 2 lurking further out. Penequin Labra with the free kick and the header off target. Cam Howson. Well, Venus have deactivated that attack and they quickly spring into a counter of their own. Oh, and Tracy's lost it. And a good recovery from Connor Tracy. Teinu Tahoe was ready to pounce on this. Tracy lost the ball. Tahoe grabbed the loose pass and looked to close in on goal, but Connor Tracy foiled him. Oh, that wasn't a bad overhead effort. No shortage of commitment from both sides. Stanley Atani dispossessed. Here's Clayton Lewis. Is that a penalty kick? Well, that was a very good shout for a penalty kick. David Yaraboinen has said no. Bevan, oh, and he's been tackled from behind. Yarraboynan towards a free kick. That's surely got to result in a card. Leone Tade trying to organise his teammates here. He's clipped it over the top. And it looked as though it was a free kick routine that came unstuck as Tahoe threads this ball through, and a good save from Connor Tracy made up his mind very early. Here's Lewis. Bevan pulled away to the far post. It's been saved well by Tia Motua Itao. Auckland City dominating the first 13 minutes of this game. Tade bends it over to the far post, flicked away by Tia Motua Itao. Well, the Venus goalkeeper's been in the thick of the action so far. He didn't get much of a test against Lepaola Songa. But he's been kept very busy here tonight. Here's Maya Bevan. Lovely work from Bevan. There's the cutback. Oh, and that was a golden opportunity for Auckland City to take the lead. Danger not over for AS Venus. Jordan Vale. Nice little turn by Illich. The shot won't trouble Tia Motua Itao. Bevan with a couple of step overs. Howson joins in. Illich did well to avoid the first challenge. He got caught with the second. And here is the resulting free kick. Tade over the top off the target. And the goalkeeper doesn't have to work. Here's Mario Illich again. Auckland piling forward. There's a cross. It's headed clear. And the danger not clear yet. Auckland City lurking on the edge of the box, looking to capitalise off any mistakes. It was Angel Balanga who was in the thick of it. Tade. Bevan. A little give and go with Clayton Lewis. The goalkeeper comes, and it's in the back of the net. It was Clayton Lewis's ball over the top that caught out the Venus defence, and Tia Motua Itao completely missed the follow-through, and Bevan has handed Auckland City the opening goal of this game. It's his 16th goal of the season in all competitions. Now, Venus, can they hit back straight away? It's a nice ball out to the left. And Keck is dispossessed, and that is the final act of a very intriguing first half. A first half that Auckland City find themselves leading by a goal to nil thanks to Maya Bevan. They might well have had a penalty when Clayton Lewis has fouled, but at half-time, it's AS Venus 0, Auckland City FC 1. Well, an intriguing first half that the Stade Mahina crowd will be hoping turns in the way of the home side, of course. They didn't trouble Auckland City too much in that first half. Auckland will be looking to manage this game as Clayton Lewis gets taken down and he vents his frustrations at referee David Yarraboynan, and there's a bit of afters here. And now it's turning into a bit of push and shove, and David Yarraboynan is losing control of this game. Tempers are raised. And Yarraboynan, after talking to the fourth official, George Time, is going to hand out a yellow card. He's given one to Clayton Lewis. Tamatoa Tatoiera has also received one. Here's the resulting free kick, and it's very easily gathered up. You have to be a lot more power in free kicks from that distance to trouble this goalkeeper. As it's wound into the Auckland box, easy catch for Connor Tracy. Lovely give and go here. Maya Bevan at the centre of the move. Laid off by Tade, who fancies a shot himself. Not a bad effort. And it's gathered up by Tia Motua Itao. Well, there's two players down in the penalty box, and at the AS Venus end of the grounds. Now, Tiamoto Itao was involved in another collision. Let's take another look at that. Caught the Auckland City player late. I think he was entitled to go for it. But the Auckland City player got there first and he was caught second. David Yaraboinen has produced another yellow card, and I can't think that Auckland City are going to be too happy with that. It's Tade who goes into the book. Well, 2 wins from 2 would be enough to qualify for the last 8. And Auckland City's final game is against the smallest team in the group, Lupe Olasoanga, who are on a high after that win over Bar earlier this evening. 20 minutes to go here at Stade Mahina. And this game is still very much on, and Tainui Tahoe has rather rushed his effort. Auckland City can grab a second goal. I think that would wrap this game up, and that's a good opportunity to score it. Logan Rogerson got in behind the Venus defence. It was saved by Tiamoto Itao. Here's Tahiti Kek. Just lacked a bit of power. He did all the hard work, beating 3 defenders, but Venus do have a corner. Popped into the far post. Connor Tracy couldn't get gloves on it. Time running out for AS Venus. 10 minutes left in this pulsating fixture. Just out of reach of Tahiti Kek. Free kick for the home side, and Auckland City have to maintain their concentration. Auckland Venus produced from the free kick, and they can't get it on target. They need to do better than that. Here come Venus in numbers. 3 in the penalty box. We've got the ball out wide here on the left. They will be searching for quality in the delivery. Perhaps a chance to shoot here. It's blocked. Another shot from long range, and that is high and wide. Well, you can't fault Venus for their application and tenacity and aggression here. They are still very much in this game. 5 minutes left to go as Tainui Tahoe tries to help Brian Caltech to his feet. Venus sense there's still something in this game for them. Auckland City having to drop deeper and deeper. They are looking compact and strong as Connor Tracy came for it and didn't get it, but the header steered wide. And it's Logan Rogerson. He's asking for a handball, and the goalkeeper might find himself in all sorts of trouble here. Now, Logan Rogerson has got involved with the goalkeeper, who's now down on the floor. He tried to lift it over the keeper, he smacked that with his hand. It's pretty clear. And Bevan! Oh, and how did that stay out? Anybody's guess. The goalkeeper got his left glove onto it. Only seconds remaining. Samuel Garcia's side have got to score. Kick. Oh, and that's a very, very poor free kick. And Auckland City are delighted to hear the final whistle in a very tough game. AS Venus have come up short. It's Auckland City who pick up all 3 points and go to the top of the group, thanks to Maya Bevan's winner. Confirmation of the standings on day 2. Auckland City top with 6 points, AS Venus with 3, and Lupe Olasong after their historic win over Bar also on 3. Matchday 3 threw up an intriguing fixture between Lupe Olasong and Auckland City. It was an opportunity for Jose Figueira to shuffle his pack and hand a first-team debut in the Champions League to goalkeeper Cameron Brown. Dylan Manikin was in the lineup, as too was Albert Riera. For Lupe Olasong, there was plenty to play for, although they were right up against it. They were looking for another courageous display to end their group stage tournament. The referee for this game was from the Solomon Islands. It was George Time. The assistant referees were Johnny Niabo and Stephen Seniga, also of the Solomon Islands. Hamilton Siao was the fourth official. Well, Lupe Olasonga will be determined to give a good account of themselves. They have got to come up with another big performance to get the better of Auckland City. Auckland have never before lost to a team from the qualifying section of this competition. And in fact, their biggest ever win in the OFC Champions League itself was a 15-0 victory over Tupapa Maraerenga, who qualified as the champions of the qualifying stage. Here's Logan Rogerson. That's good defending from Osa Savalio. Mitchell forward for Mannequin. Goalkeeper comes for it. And that's great goalkeeping from Zane Green, showing a lot of bravery. Dylan Mannequin might have caught him. He's got deceptive pace, Mannequin. He's, of course, very clever on the ball, but the goalkeeper zeroed in on that football and threw himself at it. Quarter of an hour gone at Stade Mahina. Still 0-0. There's a long-range shot that Cameron Brown goes after, and he has kept it in. It must have taken a deflection. Corner taken short. Mannequin finds Riera. Now Jordan Vale. First shot blocked. Looking to spread the ball wide to Kaltak. First time ball, and that was a very good chance for Adam Mitchell. Blake. Riera. And Jordan Vale's effort was a disappointing one. Lupe Olasonga with a rare foray forward. That shot off target. That's a good run by Dylan Mannequin. He goes down in the box. George Time has given a corner. Mannequin to Rogerson. Riera's pulled wide on the right. It goes to the far post. The header downwards, and it's cleared by Andrew Setafano. Auckland trying to keep the ball moving to work this Lupe Olasonga team around. Vale. Oh, that's a very good ball. What can Auckland make of this? Clipped in. Brian Kaltak with the opening goal. Bang on the half-hour mark. The Vanuatu international with the second goal of the tournament and his third of the campaign in all competitions. Lovely little pass from Jordan Vale. It was a nice run, and the measurement on this cross was inch perfect. Kaltak out jumping his marker and heading it into the back of the net untroubled. And that was timely as the water break was taken. Suavai Atanga plays it wide to Jamie Mason. Wide on the left now for Lupe. Oh, and that wasn't too far away. Lupe, can they grab themselves a goal before half-time? Oh, and Kaltak had to be careful. George Time was in a good position to make that call. Now Vale. Vale's ball finds Rogerson. He's taking on the defence all on his own. Help arriving in the shape of Mannequin. There's a shot right across the face of goal. Doesn't trouble Zane Green. Closing in on the half-time break here at Stade Mahina. Auckland City with a one-goal lead. Here's Mario Billin, and that will be the final act of an intriguing first 45 minutes. Lupe Olasonga might be quite pleased with the way they've competed with Auckland City off the back of a very strenuous performance against Bar, and the 9 times champions will be satisfied with a one-goal lead at half-time, but will surely be looking to add to that tally. No changes at the break. And we're waiting on George Time to give us the go-ahead. Here is Cam Howison, Albert Riera for Kaltak. Billin has dropped off, and now it's been picked up by Lupe. Mosquera. Jamie Mason goes down. Lupe have the ball in a very interesting area of the pitch. There's a shot, and just over the top. Riera. Lovely first touch. Howison, good save by Zane Green. You might have fancied Cam Howison from that position to score 9 times out of 10. He's got a heck of a shot. Oh, and this is Howison again, and somehow he's unable to force the ball over the line thanks to some last-ditch defending from Lupe. Corners won by Mosquera. Adam Mitchell was forward. Lupe here on the break. There's a chance here. It's blocked. Rogers. Now forward towards Howison, who's made a nuisance of himself. Oh, and Zane Green's been caught out, and that is a beautiful goal. Lovely finish from Dylan Manicum, who's got this extraordinary technique, and he stayed calm after Zane Green had made the commitment. It was Howison who forced the goalkeeper into some type of mistake here. And look at this. He looked up, picked a spot, clipped it over the heads of the 3 defenders, and it nestles in the back of the net for 2-0. And that should see Auckland through, at least in terms of the results, and give them a 100% record in the group. Here's Manicum. And Mitchell's shot goes wide. Well, Lupe content to just sit deep. It's been a very competitive performance from the Samoans. Chance for Bevan. Green's kept it out. And I think the flag might have gone up there. Mitchell for Riera. Nice ball from Riera. Rogerson spots a gap, tries to exploit it, and then whips it in towards the near post when Maya Bevan was waiting in the penalty box patiently. Here's Manicum. Lovely play from Bevan again. And another free kick. And once more tempers are starting to fray. Time has given the free kick. The kick is taken, picked off by Green. Can Auckland City find one more goal to add to their tally tonight? Here's Manicum. Hooked away by Andrew Setafano. Mason. Mosquera. Nice skill from him. Still going. Has the shot on goal, and that's produced a top save from Cameron Brown. I'm not so sure Adam Mitchell's happy with the late challenge there at the end. And George Time is going to do the right thing here, I think, and book the Lupe Olasonga forward. It's Asako Sione who goes into the book, and that is full-time. Auckland City have won 2-0, and they are top of the group and have secured themselves a home quarter-final. Goals from Brian Kaltak and Dylan Manicum were enough for Jose Figueira's team to take top honours here. Just one more match left here in Tahiti in Group D. It's AS Venus against Bar. Samuel Garcia's team will be wanting to make sure that they finish off their group campaign with another big and important victory in terms of morale and prestige. Although they have got to settle for second spot, and for Bar it's all about trying to rescue their reputations that were so badly damaged in the defeat to Lupe Olasonga. Ricky Herbert will be looking for a very positive and aggressive start to tonight's game, and he'll be hoping that Benjamin Tatori can hit top form and try and help his team save some face.
Join us in showing our respect for Etienne family, whose father passed away. We will have 1 minute of silence. Thank you.
The final match of this group was preceded by a poignant minute silence. Well, Médéric Lacour and Jeremy Garay, Bertrand Brial are the match official trio. Joel Hopkin, who took control of the match between Venus and Lupe Olasonga. Match day 1 is the 4th official tonight. And Venus will be looking to wrap things up here. Bar, of course, have had 2 defeats, just 3 goals for and 10 against, as this Venus corner's taken short, clipped in, and headed clear by Nakalevu. Dispossessed. Bar now sending Drew clear. He's got the better here of the goalkeeper with a wonderful strike. Absolutely brilliant after just 2 minutes. That was a goal of the absolute highest quality. Venus won't be too happy with the quality of their own defending, but you can't argue with the finish. That was absolutely superb. Well, there's some debate going on about whether or not this has been given. Look at this again. Samuel Drew latched onto this long ball. He showed that he had more than enough pace to take care of Tawhai Whaiho and then rocketed home. An absolutely brilliant goal. And the goal stands as well. 2 minutes in, Bar have taken a shock lead. It's Venus who have got all the thinking to do. Tatori with the free kick. Heads it clear for Venus. Straight back to the Solomon Islands International. Takes on one. Plays a little give and go. Pops it over the top, and the goalkeeper, Tiamotua Itau, comes and claims. Well, there's a stunned silence around Stade Mahina as Venus try and work out a way back into this fixture that they were expected to win. Morale in the Bar camp hasn't been very high after that loss to Lupe, but they're coming forward in numbers here. It's 3 against 3. Tatori with a shot, and it's well held by the goalkeeper. Nakalevu. Well, there's been a late challenge here, and it's a yellow card and a free kick for Bar. Solawanga was put on his backside. Tatori to take. Can't beat the second player in there. Nakalevu's competing for the ball. Tatori. Still very good with his close control. Lovely movement of the hips. He's popped that in towards the penalty spot for Drew, who's taken down. That's got to be a penalty. No argument. And Samuel Drew's run after the ball. He's handed it over to the skipper, Solawanga. I'm sure that Benjamin Tatori will be interested in taking this. The goalkeeper was very late, and Drew taken to the ground, and now a chance for Tatori to score. The goalkeeper's got a glove on it, but Tatori follows through. 2-0 to the men in black. Wow, that was a very good penalty save. Tatori got a second nibble at it and made no mistake. How Bar will be regretting that defeat to Lupe now. They find themselves 2 goals up against the host club. Nobody saw that coming. Question will be whether or not Bar can hold on to this advantage. And there's a chance, and it's hoisted over the top. Frustration for Teanui Tahoe. AS Venus high pressing has paid off here. They've got players arriving in the box. There's a chance for Tahiti Kek, and he just opened up the left foot a fraction too wide and didn't make a clean connection. Bar starting to lose the battle in midfield for that second phase ball as Tahoe winds in the cross. Well, it was this challenge that was the cause of the injury. Both players worse for wear. Yeah, come Venus looking for a way to half the deficit tonight and get back into the game. I'm sure they didn't expect to be fighting for the points in this game as hard as they're having to. Bar showed no indication that they had this performance in their locker. But they're well worth the 2-goal advantage. Oh, and Benaminio came out for it and had a slap at it. Nice pass from Tatoira. There's a cross to the far post. They're all lining up now. There's a chance. Checks onto the left foot and it's blocked. Benaminio comes and gathers. Well, Bar have almost gone off the boil. It's Venus who have got free run in midfield. They're just going at Bar every chance they get. Here's Keck. Bayho pulls it back and it's in the net. Tainui Tahoe at the 29th minute has given AS Venus a way back into this match. They've been on top for the last 20 minutes or so. Bar have been unable to compete in midfield. And the pressure has finally told. Tainui Tahoe arrived late, right on the penalty spot, and then kept the shot just out of reach of Benaminio. 2-1. Well, Bar are starting to give away a lot of free kicks and a lot of frustration there. Arguing with the referee is not going to help their cause. Tatoira with a free kick. That's over the top. Bar. Wanga trying to set up a teammate for a shot. Venus back in numbers and they defend it well. Teho. That's fallen kindly. Bar are going to have to do some recovery in midfield. Their defence is exposed here. Chance to level the scores. Benaminio gets his gloves on that somehow and turns it over. This was a shot that was struck with a lot of power and fury. He kept it low, but not low enough so that the keeper couldn't get gloves on it. 10 minutes to go before the half-time break. Bar will be happy to hear Médéric Lecour's whistle. Venus hoping that they can find a way back into the game, hoping they can level it. Jean-Claude Paraoué goes in, he's got a touch, it's in the net, and it's 2-2. Bar's lead evaporates before their very eyes. It was a free kick that took the merest of glances off the top of the head of Jean-Claude Paraoué. Benaminio lost sight of it, perhaps in the floodlights, perhaps coming over the top of Solawanga. It's all academic though. AS Venus 2, Bar 2. Well, the Tahitian club can smell blood. And it's Bar's blood that interests them. Oh, and is that a penalty kick? Referee's having a close look at this. I think he was very tempted to possibly show Solawanga a card for simulation. In fact, that temptation's proved far too great. I thought he might give some clemency here. Just a warning. Médéric Lecour took a long time to produce a card. And it's Venus who have, for the last half hour, been the team in total control of this match. Bar scored 2 goals in the first 10 minutes, but they've been under the pump ever since. Wanga. Oh, and that's a poor ball. You could see there from the body languages of his teammates how disappointed they were with his choice as Keck winds it in. Well, Venus are ripping Bar apart every time they go forward. Well, that's managed to find its way to Teho. Oh, and it's in! Oh, incredible! What a bizarre goal, though. Tapai Whaiho got it to the far post. There's the touch from Tainui Tahoe. He managed to pull it away from 2 defenders, but the third, who tried to clear it, only succeeded in smashing it into Tahoe, and the ricochet beat Benaminio 3-2 to AS Venus, and it's all gone horribly wrong for Bar. And that is the half-time whistle. What a fascinating first half. 5 goals in it. Bar scored the first 2 through Drew and then Tatori, and then Tainui Tahoe with 2 goals and 1 from Jean-Claude Paraoué, and it's given AS Venus this 3-2 advantage. Substitution has also been made at the break. Stanley Atani is on for Ariura Labast. And a big question mark will be hanging over Bar and their character. Can they come back from 3-2 down after leading 2-0 and get something from this game, not with finishing as bad as that? This will be also the worst performance by Bar in an OFC Champions League group stage in 14 years. Here's Malachi Tiwa lining up the free kick, and it's over the top, and that has really been typical of the quality we've seen from Bar. It's been very disappointing from them. They are going to finish bottom in this group unless they can get their act together and find an equaliser. Venus looking to try and pick up the winning goal, and they put it in the back of the net on 55 minutes, and it's a hat-trick for Tainui Tahoe. They have the 2-goal cushion, and that could prove to be a deficit too far for the Fijians to haul back. It took a deflection on the way over, but where's the marking? The marking was atrocious. The men in black were looking to the assistant referee for perhaps an offside, but it was all for nothing. Here's Wanga. Tries to work himself a shot off the right foot. Can't keep the ball down. Flicked on, and Venus now in behind the Bar defence, and the shot was rushed, a bit more care, and Tainui Tahoe might have been picked out with a more thoughtful cross. Tatori, wide of the mark. Well, this is Benjamin Tatori's swan song, you might think, in the Champions League. First played in it with Young Heart Manawatu in 2006. As Venus line up the shot, Benaminio gets right behind it. And that's good goalkeeping from Benaminio, but the ball is loose. Tahoe. Now Bar on a counter-attack through Samuela Drew. That's a fine tackle, excellently timed. Oh, and the ball's ended up saved. Whistle had gone. 10 minutes to go, and that's a shot that Benaminio will be happy to clutch. But have they got something in their locker to finish this group stage competition? Well, it's a foul, and it's going to be a foul in favour of AS Venus. Quickly taken, Drew, denied by the goalkeeper. Now on the counter-attack at the other end. Venus are through. There's players on mark. Tahoe is one of them. Here he is. Oh, it's off the post. Still the danger not over. Offside. Tatori sees his free kick headed clear. Long range shot took a deflection. It was from Abu Sahid. Oh, well, that is a very dangerous challenge given the way that this pitch is laid out, and there could be a very serious injury here. Mederic Lacour on the scene, the assistant referee also providing support. Look at the challenge here. It's as robust as they come, and that's being charitable. Oh, and it may well be a head injury, and that is an issue for the stadium at Stade Mahina. And it's going to be a red card, I suspect. And Lysenia Nyoko has been sent off for a dangerous challenge. Well, Bar have been all over the place throughout this tournament, and now they must see out this game without a full complement. And the fouls are coming thick and fast, and it's another red card. And Bar are absolutely falling apart. Sanaila Wanganithakau has seen red, and Bar are down to 9. The frustration has boiled over. 3 defeats in 3 games, and Bar's temperament has snapped. Excessive force, unsporting behaviour. There's the cut back, and Benaminio picks it up. It's been a terrible end to this tournament for Bar. They've blown a 2-goal lead. They've had 2 players sent off. And in fact, you just wonder where it all went wrong for them. But AS Venus won't be worried about that. They have picked up a very good victory here over Bar, coming back from 2 goals down to win 4-2. A hat-trick for Teanui Tahoe, 1 for Jean-Claude Paraue, cancelling out goals for Samuela Drew and Benjamin Tatori. There were red cards for Sanaila Wanganithako and also for Lysenia Nyoko, and Ricky Herbert himself was also sent off. Confirmation of the final standings then. Auckland City through in top spot, they get a home quarter final, and AS Venus in second with 6 points.